Now to the Fine Gael leadership, and as David was saying there, throughout the day Cabinet Ministers have been ruling themselves out of contention and backing the Minister for Higher Education, Simon Harris, who hasn't yet declared. Well, he joins us now from the Oireachtas studio. Simon Harris, do you want to be Fine Gael leader in Taoiseach?
Well, good evening, Sharon. First thing I want to do, if you don't mind, is pay tribute to Leo Varadkar, our Taoiseach, our party leader. I want to thank him for his incredible service to the country, how he's represented us at home and abroad. And yes, I want to join you this evening to let you know I'm in. I want to be the next leader of Fine Gael. I'm ready to step up and I'm ready to serve.
How long have you wanted the job? It looks like your campaign was well rehearsed.
Well, to be honest, it may look like that. It certainly didn't feel like that over the last 24 hours. Let's be honest, it came as a great shock to myself and indeed to everybody in Fine Gael and probably many people across the country that Leo took the decision that he did. But today I have been really overwhelmed and I'm extremely grateful for support from Cabinet colleagues, Ministers of State, TDs, MEPs, councillors and grassroots members right across Ireland and our MEPs. I want to thank everybody for their support and their trust. It means so much to me and I will work night and day and night. I will give this my absolute all to repay that trust.
Now, candidates have until Monday to declare. Would you welcome a contest or would you just prefer a coronation?
Whether there's a contest or not, I will be approaching this with energy, with vigour. I'm in listening mode. I will be talking to members across the country. I've already been doing that today, talking to our councillors, talking and listening, crucially, not just talking to, listening to the party right across Ireland. So I'm ready for whatever the next few days may throw up in that regard. I'm ready to serve and I'm putting my name forward this evening.
Richard Bruton said earlier, speaking to Claire Byrne, that it would be good for the party to have a contest, that it would help unify the party. Would you agree?
Well, look, different people have different views in relation to these matters, but at the end of the day, the party rules are very clear in terms of anybody wishing to put their name forward. I am overwhelmed, honoured and a little taken aback, extremely grateful for the level of support that I've received today from all strands of our party, from new local election candidates, European candidates, senior members of Cabinet, my colleagues in the Parliamentary Party and grassroots members right across Ireland, and I really thank them for that.
OK, Simon Harris, how are you any different from Leo Varadkar?
Well, it is not a compare and contrast exercise. Leo has served the country with distinction. He's been our leader for 7 years. He has stepped up on so many occasions. But the reality is everybody brings their own personal qualities to this. I want to bring an energy and an enthusiasm to the leadership of Fine Gael and anything that flows from that. But I also want to bring my practical life experience. I got involved in politics somewhat accidentally. I'm an accidental politician in many ways. When my brother was born with special educational needs, I started campaigning in my area to deliver better educational services for kids with autism. I know the difference politics can make and I want to bring those personal values to the office of Leader of Fine Gael and to any role that I may play in Irish politics. I want to work with colleagues, I want to listen, I want to really reconnect with our party right across the country and I want to get us back to core principles and to delivering on the issues that matter to people in their daily lives.
Do you believe that connection then has been broken with the party at grassroots level if you want to reconnect?
Well, I think any leadership change always provides a moment of renewal and a moment to reconnect. It provides an opportunity for fresh energy and for new ideas. And indeed, I've heard the Taoiseach comment on that today. So I'm really looking forward to working with the incredible party membership we have across the country, 20,000 members, with councillors, with TDs, MEPs, ministers, senators. I know how challenging a period this is politically. I know how challenging it is for Fine Gael. But beyond that, I know how challenging it is for many people in Ireland. And I do want to bring a renewed energy to the role as leader of Fine Gael.
The recent referendum showed that Fine Gael wasn't on the same page as voters, particularly traditional voters in rural Ireland. How are you going to convince them that you are the party for them and that you're the leader for them?
Well, look, I think the referendum, I think there's many learnings from it, but let's remember most of the opposition parties supported the referendum as well. I don't think there was a rural-urban divide. We saw almost every part of Ireland reject the referendum, and I think there's learnings on that, and I think there's many. But one of the ones I think is that we have to concentrate on the core business and priorities that people want to see delivery on. That's what I want to do. I'm very committed to the programme for government that we have in place. I want to look at what we can get done in that, what we can get done in a relatively short period of time. But I also don't want to take anything for granted. I'm here tonight to say that I'm putting my name forward. I'm here tonight to thank my colleagues for the support they've shown me, and I'm here tonight to pay tribute to the work of Leo Varadkar and thank him for his service.
Do you plan to change Fine Gael's vision, though, within the programme for government?
I'm very proud of Fine Gael's vision. I'm very proud of many of the things that Fine Gael has achieved, and I'm very committed to the programme of government that exists between the three parties. Of course, there's always an opportunity for any political party within the programme for government to put an emphasis and a focus on areas that are important for them. And should I be given the opportunity to serve, I look forward to outlining some of them in the days ahead. But tonight isn't the night for that. I take nothing for granted. Tonight is the moment that I want to tell the members of Fine Gael and the people of Ireland that I'm declaring, that I'm in, and that I intend to give this my all.
If you become the leader on Taoiseach, would you call a general election so that voters can decide if they want you as Taoiseach?
Our constitution is very clear in relation to this. Governments have changed many times outside of the election cycle. There's due to be a general election within the next year. There will be a general election within the next year. I'm certainly committed, as I know my party is, and as I believe the other parties in government are, to continuing the work of government and the programme for government. Because the programme for government isn't negotiated between individual party leaders. It's an agreement that exists between Fine Gael, Fianna Fáil and the Greens, and I want to get on with the people's business.
OK, many people in your party ruled themselves out today. They said for personal reasons it just wasn't the time. You have a young family. Are you worried about the pressures of the job or the toxicity of politics, as we heard your colleague Kieran Cannon speak of this week?
Well, I hope during my time in politics that I've shown an ability to reach out across the political aisle to work with people on different issues with different political persuasions. I think we need to tone it down in politics, the rhetoric and the toxicity that exists, people on all sides. I think we need to focus on what we can get done and how politics can deliver for people. And that's the tone that I intend, should I be given the opportunity to serve, to bring to Irish politics. I do have a young family. Obviously, I've been talking to my wife. I've been obviously engaging with my children. I have a 5-year-old and a 2-year-old. And I'm very grateful to have the support of my family, which means the world to me. But it's for their future in terms of my children and all children in Ireland that I want to serve and try and make a better country.
All right, Minister Simon Harris, thank you for joining us on 6-1 this evening.